Okay, so I welcome all of you to our new day. So in the first part, we will do, which is our coaching call number 11. So we will start with revision of chapter number 3, which is programs strategic alignment domain, and then we will do a few questions of that domain. And if in case you have any questions, just raise your hand. Okay. So I will share my screen like we did last time. So everybody can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. So this is program strategy alignment. So starting with the phases of the program, we had program definition phase, which has program formulation and program planning subphase. Then we had program delivery phase, and then we have program closure phase. So basically in the program strategy alignment, we were working in the program formulation subphase. And the key documents that we make are program business case, program charter, and program roadmap. These were the 3 documents which are part of program strategy alignment domain, and we are making them in the program formulation subphase. Okay, so the first document that we make is program business case. What is a business case? Organization's vision and mission as input to the strategic planning cycle. Business case is formal declaration of the value that the program is expected to deliver and justification for the resources that will be expended to deliver it. So we set the 5 or 6 key points for business case. One was justification. Then we had cost benefit analysis. Kamran Sahab, can you tell what were the other keywords for program business case? Justification, cost benefit analysis. Then we had risks. What else?
Economic feasibility study, justification, cost benefit analysis, success criteria,
Yes.
and assumptions as well.
Right. So this was our business case. Then business case goes as an input to program charter. What is a program charter? It assigns and authorizes a program manager and defines the scope and purpose of a proposed program presented to governance to get approval and funding, etc. So the key words of program charter was authorization. What else, Kanwan Sahab?
Authorization and purpose of program,
Scope or purpose of the
timing,
program.
timing,
Yes, timing
and
means milestones.
stakeholders. Yeah,
Stakeholders,
stakeholder. Yeah, high level benefits and risks,
high level benefits and high level risk, and success factors.
and success factors. Right. Yeah.
Yes, program charter had success factors and program business case had success criteria. This was the difference.
Yeah.
Then
Correct.
once we have made program business case and program charter, we can make the program roadmap. What is a program roadmap? It is a chronological representation of program's intended direction, graphically depicting the dependencies between major milestones and decision points, which reflects the linkage between business strategy and program work. So what were the keywords of program roadmap? One was chronological representation. Then we had
Yeah.
dependencies. What else?
Yeah. Milestones,
Yes,
decision points,
decision points.
and program risks.
No, pace. At which pace we are going,
Pace.
whether it's a slow or
Yeah.
slow or fast. That is the same thing. It was like a roadmap. When at which point we have to make the decisions, at which point we will make the benefits delivery, and everything was linked with the program roadmap. So these were the 3 key documents that we were making in the program strategy alignment first phase. Any question till now? Yasin Saab, is it clear? These three topics.
It's clear, sir.
Okay. So once we have made these three documents, overall we have two steps. One was environmental assessment, and we have program risk management strategy that was covering this whole domain. What we have in environmental assessments, we have enterprise environmental factors, which is also known as EEF, that we studied in PMP. It have business environment, market assessment, funding, resources, industry best practices, HSE, economy, cultural diversity, geographical diversity, regulatory, legislative, growth, supply base, technology, political influence, any other thing. So whatever can be affected from the internal or external factors is part of the environmental assessment. Then we did environmental analysis, in which we can do comparative advantage analysis, or what if analysis. Comparison means which one is better, which one from the other one. Then we have feasibility studies, SWOT analysis. We study strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Assumption analysis, because as we know, the program is a wide range of or a comprising of a long duration. So we have to make a lot of assumptions at the beginning of the program, and with the passage of time, once more and more things become clearer, the assumptions can be updated. And historical information analysis, which means that whatever similar projects or similar programs have been done in the past, what are the lessons learned. The key word in historical analysis is lessons learned, that we have to work on this thing. In the program risk management strategy, the first step is to identify, monitor, analyze, and mitigate program risk, making the risk mitigation measures. Then we have risk management for strategy alignment. What was the difference between Tessin sir, difference between risk appetite and risk threshold? What is risk appetite? Tessin sir, can you tell what is risk appetite?
Threshold, this risk threshold, the one which is a negative impact, and the risk. Yes, sir.
Yes, risk appetite means assessment of organization's willingness to accept and deal with the risk. How much hunger we have to take the risk, or how much organization is willing to take the risk. This is actually risk appetite. And what is the risk threshold? What was risk threshold? Risk threshold is actually measure of
Limits.
degree, yeah, lower limit or upper limit, measure of degree of acceptable variation around the program objectives. If it is below crossing the bottom level, it means the item will go in the risk register, we have to consider it. And if it crosses our upper limit, it means we have to escalate it. And initial program assessment is done. We do the initial program assessment to identify the risk that we can have, and program risk response strategy we have to make once we are doing to analyze the risks. So this was the complete summary of chapter number 3, in which program business case, charter, roadmap, and overall environmental assessments and program risk management strategies. And it is the program manager's responsibility to ensure alignment of individual project management plans with the program goals. So the responsibility lies with the program manager. And in the program formulation subphase, we have already discussed business case, roadmap, app, and charter. Is it clear to everyone this chapter? Any question or any query, or anybody wants to add anything in this? Please. Because this topic is very important, because later on in every lot of questions, whether this is coming from benefits management domain, stakeholder engagement, he will always use these words of business case, charter, and roadmap especially. Is it clear to everyone? Kamran
Yeah, so
Saab,
far it's okay. Yes, so far it's okay.
Yasin Saab, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Clear.
So shall we proceed to the questions of this domain?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So everybody can see my screen?
No. I mean that mind map is there. Question answer slides are not.
Right. Now, question number
Yeah,
66.
it's okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's visible.
Let's start with question number 1 for today. What is the answer from other people? Okay. Zaigam Sahab, can you see the screen? D. Okay. Hamid Sahab?
Yes, sir. Am I wrong?
Okay. Arun sir, can you see my screen? I'm getting the errors.
Yeah, I can see question number 66.
I think uh, okay, so the okay, so this question, let's read this question, Karman sir. Hello? Yes, you can please read. Tahin sir, can you please read this question?
Yes, sure, sir. How can the program manager use the organization's vision to establish a program? During a strategic planning of the organization, the senior executive manager is discussing the vision and mission of the organization to create a strategic plan to achieve its vision. How can the program manager use the organization vision to establish a program? A, enable the fulfillment of the strategic goal by defining the program and project component. It can be so. B, fulfill the strategic objectives by defining the program benefit. C, the selection criteria, the selection session by selection session to select and prioritize the program component. D, define the program's roadmap with highlight the benefit of each program.
Okay,
So from my point of view is B, because this one is this executive manager is discussing about the vision and mission. That is the business case.
yes,
And so in this business case, we can consider the success criteria, cost benefit analysis. So B is more clear that fulfill the strategic objectives by defining the program benefits.
but at this moment we are in a vision state. The vision is at the top, organizational strategy level. So at that moment we
Okay, sir.
don't have the benefits. So if we look into option number A, enable the
Okay.
fulfillment of the strategic goals by defining the program and project components. It means that we are in the definition phase.
Yes, sir.
So from as compared to A and B, A is more appropriate because we are defining the program. We are in the first step. First we will define the program components and then we can define the program benefits.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And
yeah, clear.
Kamran Sahab, you gave D. A lot of people gave answer D. So Zagam Sahab, can you explain the reason of D?
Sure. So, to my understanding, I mean, I was looking into the sequence like business case and, properly going to program roadmap. So, so I thought that, okay, the vision and mission has been achieved. And now we can move on towards, establishing a program. So first step is always to establish a roadmap before you go
Okay.
forward.
So in that case, if you go to the sequence, he is not talking about the business case, charter, and then the roadmap will come. He is only at the top side. He is only at the starting point of the organizational strategy. So we cannot have the roadmap till now. And secondly, the roadmap will not give you the benefits of the program. It will only tell you when the benefits will be delivered, what are the linking between the delivery points of the benefits. If in case we have to look for the benefits, then we have to go for the chartered thing which contains high level benefits. But the program roadmap is not specially meant to define the or highlight the benefits of each program. It will only tell you when that how the benefits will be delivered or when the benefits will be delivered. Okay. So in this case, is it clear?
Yeah, to me it's clear.
And also some about D was a lot of answers, so I would like to explain again here that at this moment when he is saying that during the strategic planning of the organization, senior executive manager is discussing the vision and mission of the organization to create a strategic plan to achieve its vision. How can the program manager use the organization's vision to establish a program? So at this moment, we are talking about the organizational strategy, which is the first step. Then after this is coming the define the program business case, which is indirectly saying defining the program, what will be its components. Then will come the program charter phase. Then will come the program roadmap phase. So at this moment, I am not interested in defining the program benefits immediately after the organizational strategy. First, I have to define what is my program, what is my business case. Without the business case, I cannot define the program benefits. Is it clear though? So the people who gave answer number D and B should understand this sequence. We are at the vision and mission state, which is the step 1 prior to the program. After according to the organization's vision, mission, or strategies, I have to define a program, which is indirectly saying defining the program business case, whatever are the components, what are the inside the business case. Then I will go to the defining the program benefits, which is in the program formulation phase. We will see in the next chapter, and then comes the program roadmap. Is it clear? So in this, the correct answer is A. If anyone has any comments, please raise your hand and speak. If it is clear to everyone now, why is it A? Kamal sir, is it clear?
Ji, Assalamu alaikum. Yes, I understand your definition. The reason I gave option B is because the words were vision and mission, which is basically two documents which define the strategy of the organization.
Yes.
And when in each of our sessions, you have mentioned that a program manager works at strategy level.
Yes.
So in order to define strategic goals, when a senior executive is defining strategic goals, the program manager must know how program benefits align with the strategic objectives. That's the reason why I gave B. But you are right that if you are at defining stage, then it must be defining the program and components. So A seems to be correct.
Good. So it was a bit difficult question. That's why this time I put some more of a difficult question, because we have some colleagues who are appearing in the exam soon. So this sequence is clear to everyone. Gulzar sir, is it clear?
Yes, sir, very clear, sir.
Okay. So let's go to the next question. Okay. So the question here is that which of the following should be the elements of the program charter? This is actually the question. What are the elements of the program charter? So if I ask someone, Hamid sir, why the answer cannot be other than A? Strategic alignment, scope, timeline is common in all the three. Okay. So we are only looking at the fourth option. Stakeholder considerations, benefits management plan, scope management plan, procurement management plan. So why we are not looking for option B, C, and D? Can someone give me the reason?
Actually, I think this is initial stage of the program. So at that level, we can only identify stakeholders. Benefit management plan, it will come later, right? And scope, it is part of component planning, I think. And then procurement management plan, this is also will be at component level or project level.
Okay, Kamal sir.
Yes, actually, I was thinking about the program life cycle diagram which you showed in our early sessions. And according to that diagram, the benefits management plan, scope management plan, and procurement management plan, these are taken care of during the execution of program. not at the charter stage. So the only choice left is the stakeholder considerations, which need to be considered in program charter in order to manage the stakeholders during the execution.
Okay, so you are right, but I will give you a better explanation. Just keep in mind the sequence. Organizational strategy, program business case, goes to program charter, it goes to program roadmap, then it goes to program management plan. So program management plan is after the roadmap, or I would say program management plan comes under program planning subphase, whereas program charter, program business case, program charter, and program roadmap are under the program formulation subphase. You understand what I mean? So in the program subphases, we have program definition phase. It has two subphases: program formulation and program planning. In the program formulation phase, we have only business case, charter, and roadmap. And in the program planning phase, we have program management plan. This is the first concept. And all these plans, which are benefits management plan, scope management plan, procurement, or any other plan, change management, financial management, that is the sub that comes under program management plan. Okay, so till even any question comes and he asks you about elements of either program business case or program charter or program roadmap, just keep in mind at that moment we don't have any plan with us. I repeat, in the program formulation subphase, we don't have any plan at till that moment, which implies everything or every document which is prepared in the program formulation phase can have everything except any plan. Then this explanation covers all your three topics, whatever he puts here: charter, roadmap, or business case. Is it clear to everyone?
Clear, sir.
Yes, yes, right.
Yes. So this is just a minor trick that just to remember this sequence, then everything will be okay. Good. So next, go to the next question. Okay. Chelsea sir, can you read the question?
Yes, sir. Within the above context, what should you update first? You are a program manager of mobile phone development. You are informed that a new regulation will be finalized soon regarding the cost and delivery of the materials. This regulation, if applicable, will reduce the delivery time and thus the program time. Within the above context, what should you update first? So this one, if applicable, that means this one is unidentified risk. So so that the answer should be risk register. We have to update.
Correct. So here just keep in mind the key word is that if applicable, so this is an uncertain event, and risk is any uncertain event that can occur or that cannot occur. So the answer here is B, which is a risk register. On the other side, if he would have given that a new regulation has been approved and it is applicable to your project, to your program, then in that case, which document we should update? If it is already applicable to us, then what should we update in that case then?
Benefit register.
In this
Benefit register.
case,
Then it will be benefits register, because benefit register we will study in our today's lecture. It is a document which contain all the benefits, what is the progress, who will be responsible, this and that. So just keep in view this thing, although he is talking about the benefits here, delivery time and program time, everything, but at this moment this applicable is not applicable to that. Issue log, Hassan Sahab, can be applicable if there is something which he said that has occurred. But in our PgMP, we are not studying about the issue log. Issue log will only take care, only we will document there, okay, this is the event or this is the risk that has occurred. So that is going from the risk register to the issue log as a registry, that these are the events that occurred on the program. That is the issue log. But if we are saying about the rule or the law is applicable to us and it will affect the benefits, like it will reduce the delivery time or this will increase the program time, then it is actually our benefits which are being affected. Is it clear, Hassan Sahab? If you want to add, please unmute.
Yeah.
Then we can have a discussion.
So actually, why I initially selected risk register itself since
That is correct.
in
In our
context of the question.
uh,
Now, if this regulation is applied, okay,
Uh.
or is is applicable now.
Okay.
First of all, I thought we should update the issue log. So you're saying issue log is not there in program at
Yes.
program level, right?
yes, yes.
What I understand.
So
Okay.
that is not our
So,
relevant
right
document.
now-
So issue log will be sort of a makeup term in PgMP. You can say in that case.
Okay.
Surely the question
Now-
wording will change, but the purpose I intentionally verbally for discussion I opened this change context, so you should understand the difference between the risk register and the benefit register, which is our relevant terms here.
Just before we proceed further, in the context of the question, this regulation is actually helping the program, right? So we are updating benefits register. If this is negatively affecting the program, then in that case also we update benefits register.
Yes, because we have only that document in which we have the benefits. Either it is positive or negative. Then he will say
So
you
I
that
can say
the benefits we have to benefits register. If it's the positive benefits, then we have to increase the possibility of having that things, and we have to mitigate or try measures to reduce the negative effect. For example, if I say that I am using artificial intelligence in my project, for example, so the benefit I will get that it will increase the production time efficiency, and but on the other side the negative benefit is that the people will lose a job, right, which is coming in the world now. So in that case also our benefit register will be affected, but we have to see how we increase the possibility of positive benefits and increase the impact of the negative benefits. In both cases you have to, whenever the benefit will be affected, it will be updated in the benefit register. Yes, Kamran sir.
Just one short question that in program level or from examination point of view, we can ignore issue log option always.
Yes, in the context you can ignore. Just look for the benefit register or risk register. If these options are not there, or I'm not sure, there will be some option that in which issue log is there and there are no other option. Yes, Kamran, Gulzar sir.
And I want to add here that issue log would be there in the program management because all those unanticipated risks, emergent risk, they are issues actually. If we have not identified any risk that is not part of the risk register, but it suddenly emerges on the project during execution or any stage of the program, then it is basically the issue. It is also added in the risk register as well as in the issue log as well. So I think sir, issue log will be there in the program management, and all those unanticipated risks they will be logged in the issue log, sir.
Yeah, that's what I said, that issue log will always be there in terms that whatever will actually occur will go in the issue log. They say in parallel we are updating that. That is for sure clear, but that will not
Right,
affect
sir.
our benefits what will be affected on our benefit in that affected, because issue is only telling you that this event occurred. This is what you want to say,
Right,
that if
sir.
something occurred, we will
Yes,
say,
sir.
okay, in anything that will occur, issue log will be updated. That is no question. But
Yes.
in this
Right, sir.
context of this, we have to look into the benefit register and risk register. Okay.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Is it clear to everyone? Okay, let's go. Okay, Kamal Saab, can you read the question, please?
Yes, you are the program manager in a multinational company. Your current program has 10 component projects. One of the components is completed and ready for the transition. What should you do as a program manager to proceed with the transition so that its benefits can be delivered? A, update program business case. B, update program roadmap. C, update program charter. And D, submit a change request to close the component.
So what is the
And
keyword here? What is the keyword in the question? You have to deliver the benefits.
keywords are, in my opinion, the first keyword is that one of the components is completed and ready for transition, which means the project is completed. Second is the program manager needs to proceed with the transition so
Yes.
that benefits can be delivered.
Okay.
So he is not only going to close the project, the sub-component, he is also going to deliver the benefits for sustainment or maintaining by the organization. So first of all, in case of choice A, you cannot update progress business case because you don't change business case. And I think this is a typing mistake. It should be program business case.
Yes, sorry, update program business case. That is correct. A is wrong. Next, B.
B, update program roadmap. In my opinion, you don't change the roadmap because there is nothing mentioned in the question about early completion of component or delayed completion of component. It simply says one of the components is completed and ready for delivery.
But
So if it is going normally, then it should be according to the roadmap. So the project is completed.
The update doesn't only mean that you have to change something. Update also means that once the benefit will be delivered, then I will, from the roadmap, I will make a decision point at this point, or I will make a milestone. I will make a decision that at this moment, this benefit can go out, or this will be the incremental benefit when it's talking about the time, right? One component is completed, and so which of the document is, so roadmap tells you about the decision point or the time when you are going to deliver the program, the benefit.
Exactly, the roadmap tells you the timeline. But in the question, it says what should the program manager do to proceed with the transition. So the roadmap is simply telling you the timeline of execution of each component or the whole program. The C choice is update program charter. You don't update program charter in case of completion of a project.
Right.
The last choice, in my opinion, the last choice is the right answer. Submit a change request to close the component, because that is where an action is mentioned which will close the project and deliver the benefits to the organization.
But why you need a change request?
you always have to submit a change request to close something, because you need PMO to agree with it to deliver the benefits.
But in that case, it's not a change request. We have to present the case or get the approval for closing the component. There is no change request in that case.
Okay.
We have to submit the case to the approval to the program steering committee or to the program governance body. This component is about to close, is complete. Can I close? Then once he will give you permission, then only you can close the component. So in this case, the correct answer is B, because as you have said, we are talking about the timeline. We are talking about when we are going, when we can deliver the benefit, okay, and when we are going to transition the things. So whenever he's talking about something is completed, which means that we will get the incremental delivery of the benefits, okay. So in that scenario, because this is a question with a wording I made, so update actually means that program roadmap will be the guiding document to tell us how we are going to transit this benefit. Yes, Hamid sir.
Yes, sir. I quick question. Even though we do not have benefit register as an option there, so if we had presented with the option for the business register, could we have selected that over the roadmap? I mean, I know the roadmap obviously it gives you the direction, but benefit register could have been another possible candidate.
Benefit register can only come if he would say that the benefits is ready for completion and you have to update the progress of the benefits. Or which document will you update if you are going to update the progress of what is the output of the benefit? Then will be the benefits register. But the key tone of the question here is transition, which means that we are talking about the timeline. We are talking about something on the roadmap from the decision point to deliver the benefits and go to the transition phase. Okay. Yes, Hamisa.
Got it.
Okay. Next. This is a difficult one. Everybody has different A, C, D. So everyone please give the answer, because this question is very important, very tricky, and I will explain from where I took this question. D, D, D. Okay, Kamran sir, can you read the question?
Yes. The executive management of the organization meets the key clients and found there are conflicts among them. The executive management has requested the management office to initiate a program to improve the service that is provided to the clients based on their interests and effect on the organizational goals. What should you do as a program manager to develop and manage the program's direction?
So actually, he's
I think
asking you. So he's asking us how we can develop and manage the program direction. So program direction is the keyword here, right? And in the previous call, when I gave you the keyword of program direction, what was this? counterpart, from where we get this program direction? Gulzar Saab, can you remember? Which document is used to give program direction?
Roadmap, sir.
No. You're talking from the eco. So this question is clear to everyone? Now I show you. Wait. I think then it's better you see how we make the questions. Sorry. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now?
Yes.
Okay, Karman sir, read this task 4.
Yeah. Task 4, define the program mission statement by evaluating the stakeholders' concerns and expectations in order to establish program direction.
So in the question, I was asking that what should be done to define or establish the program direction, right? So the answer could be we have to define the program mission statement, and how we are making the program mission statement is by evaluating the stakeholders' concerns and expectations. So evaluating or interviewing, asking the stakeholders the same thing. So now come to the question. You can see the screen, the question number 70, right?
Screen is not visible.
Now,
Yes, sir. Visible.
so what should you do as a program manager to develop and manage the program direction? So program direction we can only get from program mission statement, which is developed by interviewing or analyzing the stakeholders to address their concerns and expectations. So this is how the exam can ask you the question from exam content outline. Here, technically or theoretically, we can argue for hours that it can be a roadmap, it can be something like that. But if the question or the tone is getting from the exam content outline, so we have to go directly to the answer which the PMI is saying to us. Is it clear to everyone?
Clear, sir.
So that's why that day we saw how to read the exam content outline, and especially the terms of high level roadmap, that is very controversial in the sense that everybody has a different opinion. Why is that? So the point is that if in case he gives us the specific terms directly from the exam content outline, so we have no other option other than giving the same things. Okay, if he is asking about the baseline document, for example, the answer would be high level roadmap. If he is talking about the initial program assessment, here he gave us the program direction. So the answer cannot be a roadmap, chart, or any other thing, because this program direction is only coming in the exam content outline. It's not in this typical word is not in any other topic. Okay, is it clear to everyone? How the questions that can come from the exam content outline? Okay.
So what would be your advice, sir?
In what advice about?
About like how do you like differentiate between you have only 1 minute or something to figure out if the question is coming from the eco or it is just something that we are studying. So clearly I thought it was a program roadmap, but not remembering, I've read, gone over several times on the exam content outline, but nonetheless I did not remember it.
So that's why intentionally I put this question, because this direction is a very okay. So how you have to determine is from the keywords. Like in the program roadmap, what were the keywords? I gave you 5 keywords. That was dependency, linking, graphical representation, chronological events, something giving you the timeline, decision points. I didn't say you anything about direction, right? So I gave you 6 options for the program roadmap, and still you get the 7th option and you select the roadmap. So I cannot say anything. And if you go to the program, if you say to the program business case, there's also no direction. Although it's the first document, business case is the first document. So technically speaking, before roadmap we have business case. So it can also give us a direction, but no, it's not in that. The keyword is justification, cost benefit analysis, and cost feasibility analysis. So the word is so in the eco you have only one word. So it's better to remember the words from eco and the keywords I gave. Surely then it will not get wrong. Okay, but
Sounds good.
the point of arguing or discussion here is that if there are, because we cannot argue with PMI and at the end we don't know what is our correct answer, what is our wrong answer. Okay, so but the point is that if he gives us this specific words, then and one thing please remember, that there is only one answer, one correct answer in the options. This is our first understanding. So normally in every PMI after that we say that there was a lot of questions and I was confused in option A or B, but I gave maybe B, but I think it was a wrong question. So just we should not think about this thing. There is only one correct answer and there must be a logic and reason for that correct answer, and those are the keywords coming from here.
Understand. Thanks.
Okay, any other question from anyone?
So for this question, what is the right answer in your opinion?
D.
D.
Clear.
Okay.
The program direction we can get from program mission statement by performing interviews with interviews or analysis with stakeholders to address their concerns and expectations.
Sure. Thank you.
So we are done. Yes, Gulzar sir.
Sir, I want to ask that this is a very, very much hidden question. The main wording is hidden. Only the general statement is given. That is the correct option. Do the real exam also plays like this and have tricky questions? This is a very complex level question, sir. Do you think that you have passed the exam? What is your suggestion about the real exam?
At least 5 to 10 questions you will get like this. Maybe this can be unmarked questions, but you never know in the exam. And the other thing is that this is not an easy paper. That's why we are spending so much time on that. So please expect some questions, and you are right, it's a very hidden question, but this is nothing out of the course content. Okay, so and the exam content outline is clear, so you will get some question, but don't get demoralized from this question. But the only reason for making this question is that how you have to look into the exam content outline, because normally we go through it and we say that is useless or very easy, but when the question comes we are stuck. That's the only reason.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so we are done with 5 questions. We can do 2 or 3 more questions if everybody is okay, then we will take the break.
Yes,
today,
please, yes.
today I made some hard questions in a sense that it's more we do some discussion. Okay. You can see the question, right? Question 71.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so D. It's correct. What is the keyword here? Who is responsible? for reviewing and assuring that the communication management plan is providing adequate information to the stakeholders. So stakeholder manager is makeup term, component manager is like a project manager, but here we are talking about the program level things, communication management plan. Then program sponsor is only accountable for enabling the success. He has nothing to do with the thing. And program manager is actually responsible for reviewing and doing everything for the program to make it successful. Yes, Gulzar sir?
The word we have selected, the right answer, program manager, we have selected just because of a key program stakeholder is concerned. If it would be key project stakeholder is concerned, then the answer I think will be changed to component manager. Is it
Yes,
right or not?
yes. If it is only talking about that particular one component or project, then is a project manager. But here we're talking about the program level thing. So the project manager will not attend to the program stakeholder.
Right.
Yes,
Thank
Kamna
you.
sir.
Yeah, just for the benefit of all of us, because the program manager is playing a role of collaboration. So
Yes.
in this question, collaboration is involved. So that's why
Yeah.
I think program manager is the right answer.
Yes, collaboration is involved and also responsibility. Whatever will be done during the program domain is program manager.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, so the question is that to whom of the following should you send the change request? So this is actually the topic of the key stakeholders. Okay, so whatever is happening, the program is in execution phase. One of the project manager has suggested a change that will increase the program benefits, but it will increase the program schedule. So it means it's the program level thing. Although it's coming from the project manager, but it is affecting the program level thing. So this has to be decided, agreed, reviewed by the program level stakeholder. So options we have program governance board. It looks clear. Project management office cannot decide anything. And secondly, at the project level. Secondly, program change management office. This is a makeup term. We have no stakeholder like change management office. And project governance board is at the project level. So the correct answer here is A, which is program governance board. Because whenever there will be anything that will be affected on the program level, it has to be approved and it should be considered with the program governance board, or the another word is program steering committee. So in the option you can get either program governance board or the program steering committee. Okay, that's an easy question. Okay. Hassan Sahab, can you read the question, please?
Okay. What should you verify the alignment with? You are a program manager for a construction program. You want to confirm that the program can contribute to the value of the stakeholder. Okay. So governance, organizational policies and procedures, organizational strategy, business case and charter. Okay. So to start with, governance, I think I will eliminate this, and
Yes.
organizational policies and procedure. This is under.
Right. Okay. A and B are out.
So C and D.
Hmm.
I think business case and charter. This tells from the business case we get like what is the value, what is the economics of the project,
Hmm.
right? Or economic feasibility. And charter gives us the overall timeline.
Yes.
So from business case, I thought
Hmm.
the value to the custom to the stakeholder comes from.
Okay. So
So that's why I took business
D.
case and charter.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the key point here is alignment. Program strategy
Uh,
alignment is our domain that we have studied. So whenever the word will come of the alignment, it has to be aligned with the strategy, and strategy comes for at the organization level. We have no strategy, program strategy, we have downward. But when you are seeing the direction or seeing the alignment with something, it has to come with the strategy. Business case and charter is not aligned with someone. If he is talking about that, what should you verify if it is delivering the required benefits? For example, how you should verify that the program delivers to the intended cost benefit analysis, for example. Or if we say that, how should you verify the justification of the program? Then you are right, it will be business case or charter, can be. But here the key word is alignment. Alignment just considered like how I would say, alignment is in a straight line. Okay, so that can only be this. You can only be aligned with a strategy.
all
Okay,
right. Okay. Understood. Thank you.
is it clear? Yes, Gulzar sir.
I have gone through a few questions in which
Hmm.
it was saying that an organization has two portfolios, portfolio A and B,
Hmm.
and your program is part of portfolio A.
Hmm.
Your program will be aligned with the what? Organization strategy, portfolio A strategy, portfolio B strategy, no strategy.
Hmm.
So I selected the organization strategy, but the answer was portfolio A strategy. So first of all, our program will be aligned with the portfolio. If it is part of the portfolio,
Hmm.
then overall portfolio will be aligned with the organization strategy. Is it the right ladder steps which I am thinking, or some way around?
Yes, yes, it's very good input from your side. First point is that answer would be strategy. Okay, that is the first thing. When alignment, it will be aligned with the strategy. Now we are talking about which strategy. So if I talk about the components of a program, ultimately everything has to be aligned with the organizational strategy, which is the starting point. Okay, but in the option, if he is talking about the component, then the first option would be their program. That is the first immediate line manager for the component. If you're talking about the program, yes, organizational strategy is already there, but if the answer is portfolio for that program, that is more nearest answer. If you're talking about portfolio, the answer is organizational strategy. But at any level, if there is no answer of strategy other than organizational strategy, or he's talking about business case, charter, XYZ, answer would be the organizational strategy. But if you have hierarchical or ladder wise answers are also available, so we have to look for the nearest one. Why? Because organizational strategy, which is at the top, is more general for this component. If I come to the portfolio, that will be more specific. If I come into the program, it will be much more relevant and much more customized to that component. So you have to, in the question, you have to follow this hierarchy, which is correct.
Thank you, sir.
Is it clear to everyone what I just said? Because this alignment question surely you will get in the exam. So you have to be sure alignment is aligned with the strategy, and if it is common, it is organizational strategy is always there. And then step by step we goes to portfolio, program, and relevant component. So we can do two more questions, then it's okay. So this is a easy question. In the meeting, they identify the critical schedule risk that may impact the program benefit realization. What should you do next? So in every, is there in the risk management cycle, the first step is risk identification, then risk analysis and analysis. Then we go to the risk mitigation plan or strategy, whatever we have to do. So here the first option is implement the risk response plan. This will be the next step, not the immediate step. Then we have document the risk in the risk register, which is the correct step, which is risk identification. Update the program risk management plan. This will be later on. We cannot do first, and cancel the program to avoid the risk. This is the worst thing to do. Mullah sir, can you give us more explanation on the risk flow? So this topic is clear.
Yes, sir. Actually, when the risk is identified, as is the situation in the question, they have identified a critical schedule risk during the meeting. So it should be first of all logged into the risk register. After that identification, we go for the analysis, either qualitative or quantitative analysis. Then based on the analysis, if the threshold of the risk is higher, then we go for the response plan, and we plan the response and then implement the response. After implementation of the response, we monitor and close the risk. We monitor whether the response was appropriate enough to kill the risk, to close the risk, or what has happened to the risk after implementing the response. And after monitor and control, we close the risk if it is 100% appropriate response.
Thank
This
you very
is the
much.
whole cycle of risk.
Yes, clear. Thank you. So
Gulzar bhai, I have a quick question. So when you're trying to do the quantitative and qualitative analysis, so do we, or it goes for our, Sami bhai as well, because, like when we do the analysis, do we only need to know the Monte Carlo, or do we need to understand as well, like tornado diagram and all the Pareto, like we studied in the PMP? Are these applicable, or the techniques in PgMP?
No. In PgMP, we only have this topic, which is program risk management, and it is only covering the strategic alignment domain. So nothing more about the risk. Only the different key point is risk threshold and risk appetite. Only answer question he can give you is about risk register and risk threshold. That's all, right, Gulzar sir? Have you seen any more questions about that?
No, sir. I did not see the details of applying the tools and techniques from qualitative or quantitative. But the flow of the processes that should be in your mind only to do PgMP.
Okay, so last question for today. Right. So here the question says that during the execution of the program, new rules and regulations are issued that will affect the tax. Within the context, what should you update? So what is actually the tax? It is cost. Cost to benefit analysis. The tax is actually affecting your cost. What will occur? What will be the benefits that will be affected? So the program governance plan, we don't need to change the monitoring. How we are doing communication has nothing to do with it. Program stakeholder register, because this is not a stakeholder register, and the correct answer is benefits management plan. So the purpose of giving this question here was that we will go into the next chapter, which is benefits. and there we have to look into the benefits, how they will be affected, what will be the benefit register, how do we manage the benefits. So in this case, just remember that whenever you get about the tax is indirectly the saying about the cost. Okay, cost benefit analysis, everything will be changed in the benefits. So anyone has any question? Yes, Gulzar sir.
Sir, I want to add, if there is a related, if the regulation is changed regarding the exchange rate or something like this, then also will be the benefit management plan, right, sir?
Yes, because the others are not relevant here. So we have to see that if it is affecting
No, if
our.
yes, sir, if the exchange rate is increased or
Mm,
decreased, it is going to affect our benefits.
yes.
So the
It,
benefits
it
management plan will be
yes,
updated,
yes,
right?
yes, sure, yes, sure. It's called benefit analysis. Okay. So
Thank you.
if anyone has any question in this 10 question that we did, were they useful? Kamran sir? I think he got disconnected. Yasin sir? Okay, so I try to make a bit more tough questions this time. So these surely you will not get surely not tougher than these questions, I'm sure. And secondly, what was my other target, that in the start we did 4 very difficult questions. You all got demotivated and lost energy. Then at the end, that's why I covered 5 or 6 more questions. Actually, I planned only 5, but I made 10. So just to relax you, the same will be in the exam. At any moment you can get tough questions, a bunch of tough questions. Maybe first 10 questions are really tough, maybe, and then you get 10 easy questions, then difficult questions. So I always tell the real exam is basically test of nerves. Surely same like in all the question exam, not only PMI, it's only the basically test of nerves, how we survive in those 4 hours. So whenever we get panic, we get distorted that these are difficult questions, I don't know anything, just consider is it as a test questions. Okay, that 10 questions are wrong, no problem, these are unmarked. Focus on your other questions, because the practice surely that you will do or you would have done when you appeared for the real exam will be sufficient enough to get the exam clear, inshallah. But the main point is that test of nerves, don't get panic, don't get confused. Those are the 4 hours in which you have to actually perform well. Okay, so that was the thing that I planned in this way, just to keep your nerves straight and not to get panic in the real exam. Okay, so thank you very much for this session, and we continue with our